Good morning, folks. Ron Ray here with Turning 65 Solutions. We have been in the middle of our 2025 update series. We've covered Medicare supplements, Plan G, Plan N, high deductible F and G, KL and M, and we've covered original Medicare A and B, what the costs are going to be for those for 2025. Next, we're going to talk about what's the difference between original Medicare A and B and Medicare Advantage, Medicare Part C. These things have changed very slightly over the years, and not a lot of change, but we feel like we need to give you an update for 2025 because it seems like the pendulum is swinging from one side to the other as far as popularity, benefits, and share that each one of these individual plans is covering. So just as a quick reminder, if you're familiar with our videos, we just give you, unbiased information, and then you pick whatever makes the most sense to you. So we're just going to give a quick update on what is original Medicare A and B. That's where you worked all your life, you paid into the Medicare system, you're turning 65, and now it's time to get signed up for Medicare, and you get original Medicare A and B. Now, we're not talking about if you have a plan from your employer or retirement plan. That's that's a different topic, but we're just assuming you don't have any other insurance and you need Medicare A and B. When you get Medicare A and B, that's called original Medicare. Medicare Part A is your hospital insurance. It covers everything in the hospital. Medicare Part B is your medical insurance. It covers everything outside the hospital. That's about it. You don't get anything else. You don't get prescription drugs. That's called Medicare Part D. That's a separate plan. We've talked about that in other videos, and we'll give an update on that as well. But from there, you have a choice of how you want to obtain your coverage, either sticking with original Medicare A and B, where Medicare will pay most of the bill, say roughly 80%, and then you're on the hook for roughly 20%. And there's some variance depending on if you're in the hospital or if you're outside the hospital. We can go into more detail on that later, but that's it. Just say 80-20. And then so your share is 80-20 with no maximum. Original Medicare has no out-of-pocket maximum, no stop-loss amount like you're used to with your employer plans or with your private insurance. Your exposure, your risk can be very great. So you're going to want to get a Medicare supplement, also called a Medigap plan. These are the plans you've heard, the letter plans you've heard of, like F, G, N, high deductible G, high deductible F. These are the plans you've heard of. This is where you keep original Medicare A and B. They pay their share. Then your supplement just simply pays your share. And you can go to any doctor or any hospital that you choose as long as they accept original Medicare. That's the only requirement. The doctors don't even bill your supplement companies. They bill Medicare, and Medicare bills your supplement. So if you have our most popular plan, which is the Plan G, it pays 100% of your share of the Medicare bill, except for that Medicare Part B deductible, which we covered in the previous video, which is this year, 2025, is $257. So once you've paid $257 out of pocket, that's it. You're done paying out-of-pocket costs for the rest of the year. The trade-off is that's all you get. You don't get dental, you don't get vision, you don't get health club benefits, you don't get the food cards that everybody talks about, and you don't get prescription coverage. That's a separate program. Again, you're going to need to pick up a Part D prescription drug plan on its own. Now, that side of the table, we call original Medicare, and we say that represents freedom and predictability because you have the freedom to go to any doctor, any hospital that you want. You can go anywhere you want. It works wherever Medicare works. And predictability because you know exactly for that year what your out-of-pocket cost is going to be. With a Plan G, it's going to be no more than $257 this year in 2025. You're going to pay for original Medicare Part B. This year, it's $185 for most people. And you're going to pay for your Plan G. That's going to be, it varies depending on where you're at and what company you're with. In our area here in Central Texas, it's going to be about $100 to $120 a month. Okay. And then a Part D plan can cost you anywhere from $0 to $80 or $90 a month, depending on what prescriptions you take. Will help you find the right one. Freedom and predictability. Anywhere you want, no more than $257 out of pocket this year for anything that's covered by Medicare. The other side, Medicare Part C, also called Medicare Advantage. This represents budget and benefits. So if you don't like the 185 plus the 120, $300, maybe maybe 350, depending on which Medicare prescription drug plan you're on, you're going to want to go with Medicare Advantage. What's the difference in Medicare Advantage? Medicare Advantage is also called Medicare Part C. It's a different Medicare program. Remember, this is where you tell Medicare for this upcoming calendar year, you don't want Medicare A and B. You don't want original Medicare to take care of you. You want this private insurance company that you've chosen to be your primary insurer. These are the companies like Humana and United Health and Aetna and Cigna and Devoted, all these companies you hear about, the ones you see advertised on television, they are the ones that are going to be your primary insurance. So now you continue to pay the $185 to Medicare. That doesn't go away. But now what happens is Medicare sends that money over to this private insurance company that you choose, and they have now contracted you out for that calendar year to this private insurance company. Okay, the $185 doesn't go away. You keep paying that. But now what do they do for you? They become your primary insurance company, and they are the ones taking care of you. And in addition to the $185, it's very likely that you'll pay zero additional premium. So you don't pay the $120 for the Medicare supplement and the $20 or $40 or $80 for the prescription plan. It's all bundled into one. So it's got your hospital, your medical, and your prescription coverage all bundled into one simple plan. But because you don't pay any other premium for it, other than the $185, you have more out-of-pocket risk. So these are the HMOs and the PPOs. So now for everything that's not preventative screening, annual screening, you're going to pay a copay. So if you go to the doctor for a cold or for the flu, well, guess what? You're going to pay a copay there. You go to a specialist, you go to an orthopedic surgeon, or you go to a cardiologist, you're going to pay a higher copay there. You go to the hospital, you're going to pay several $100s a day in the hospital. And the out-of-pocket maximum can be very high, thousands of dollars. So the HMOs have lower out-of-pocket maximums, usually around $3,000 a year. The Medicare PPOs have higher out-of-pocket maximums. Around here in our area, they're somewhere between $6,000 and $7,000 a year. That's your risk. Now, that's the most you'll pay in any one year. That's not how much you have to pay. That's the most you'll pay. So it's not real unless it happens. It's just a risk. But that's the worst case scenario. If you get really, really sick, you'll pay, $7,000 if you have a PPO. Now, the other thing is HMOs are more restrictive on what doctors you can go to. You have to stay in the network, right? And PPOs will let you go to doctors that aren't in the network, but you pay more out of pocket. They also have what's called managed care. So for anything that's not a life and death emergency or just a regular office visit, you have to get permission from the insurance company first, and they can say no. Or they can put you on step therapy, which goes like this. We're not going to pay for that treatment yet. We want you to try this new other cheaper treatment first. And if that one doesn't work, then we'll pay for this one. Okay, so these are the trade-offs. In exchange for getting the lower premium, lower or zero premium, and all these other benefits, the health club, the vision, the dental, maybe the over-the-counter allowance, all these extra benefits that they tell you about, the ones that they sell you on, this is what you're going to get in exchange. You're going to get high out-of-pocket costs, and you're going to get network restrictions and pre-authorization restrictions with the managed care plans. These are the HMOs and the PPOs. Now, we don't care either way. What we want to do for you is educate you on your options and then let you pick the plan that makes the most sense to you. We want you to be happy with whatever you get. So that's why we do our very best to listen to what your needs are and then present a plan that is going to best meet your needs. If you have any questions about this, give us a call at 830-217-6711 or look us up on the web. We've got a great website at t65s.com. There's a page right here that talks about the difference between original Medicare and Medicare Advantage. I'm going to put a link in the video description down below to this page where you can get more information. If you liked this video, if you found the information helpful, give us a thumbs up down below. That helps other people see this video. That helps YouTube get this video to people who had the same questions that you did today. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that you can be notified when we upload a new helpful video. We've got more coming. This is our update series. We're going to be giving you all the newest, best, most current information for 2025 in the coming days and weeks. So stay tuned. Be sure and click that little bell so you can get the notifications. We hope you have a great day. We hope you enjoyed it. Thanks, folks. Bye.